Welcome along. It is our end of year quiz looking back at 2021. I've got two teams of fantastic players in front of me, and we're looking forward to celebrating the year that's just finished. Yes, welcome along. It is the Milk Bar end of year quiz, and I have two teams in front of me, and we will be introducing you to them. We're going to have questions on the local news from 2021. We will have a bit of a creative round where we see the flair of our guests. Also, we will then be getting one of each of our teams to gargle a few tunes, see if the rest of their team can spot it, and then a bit of general knowledge. All that interspersed with some music from two of our teammates. That's on the way, and we've also got a celebrity scorer with Tom Watkins from the TWS Sports Podcast. First of all, hello to you, Tom.
Hello.
Right, now you're in charge of making sure that you can help me keep this lot in order. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed it works out. So on my first team, we're going to call these the red team, mostly because Kyle, who's sat in front of me in the middle of the picture, is wearing a red shirt. Kyle Finn, first of all, hello to you.
Hi, how are you doing?
What's been going on for you in 2021?
Oh, it's been busy. Do you know what? I wasn't expecting any live gigs, but they've gone crazy this year, which is amazing. So yeah, that's what I've been busy doing, really, more or less just live stuff, really. I've released 3 singles as well. I released my own single, Play Me. I released a duet with PJ Taylor, a duet with Dwayne AJ. Oh, and a fourth one, a duet with Polaric. So yeah, it's been a busy year for that as well.
Lots of music, lots of dancing, and international gigs as well.
Yeah, so I did a gig in Sparkles in Gran Canaria, which was amazing.
It's been a good one. Let's move on to the next member of our team, then Judith Algar-Nicholas from Certain Media. Hello to you.
Hello, hello.
Now, an exciting year of music again for you and your team, because it's been amazing with some of not only the wonderful animated videos, but also the awesome music that you and the team have been creating.
Oh yeah, we've had such a good year because we sort of kicked off the Certain project. We've had 2 singles out. We've had a chance to work with Angela Lloyd, Taylor Styles, which has been amazing. We've had The Sunshine to the Soles of My Shoes when we came out of lockdown, which was really exciting. And yes, we've been working with Dan Crew, who's been putting together these animated videos for us and just making this whole kind of 3D project come to life. And we've been spending the last couple of months working on the Certain show, which, as you know, Jason, we're putting together a radio play for at the moment, a pilot, which will come out early next year. So it's been a brilliant year. And also I started the year with COVID. I'm ending the year without COVID. So that's a plus. That's
a definite improvement. We like that. And you are our second member of the red team. Third member of the red team is Ian Billings.
That's me.
That is you, with some giant books in the background, because you've been writing loads of stuff in the
busy, as always, as you know, Jason, tapping away merrily, writing lots more books to add to this extensive collection. Got 2 new books coming out next year, 2 children's books, Moby Duck, which is a parody of a well-known book. You might recognise the title there, but it's a duck instead of a whale, and a parody of a Roald Dahl book called the FBG, not the BFG, the FBG, the Flippin' Big Gnome. That's coming out next year. And I haven't done a panto this year, Jace.
That disappointed slightly, because I do like it when you pop up in panto.
Not a panto this year. That's all behind me, as it were.
Oh, dear.
But I've had a play on in Aylesbury, a little play about elves, Santa's Elves and the Shoemaker. That's been on in Aylesbury. But the big one this year was to have a play called Starship Titanic, which is an adaptation I've written of a Douglas Adams novel for BBC Radio 4, which starred Michael Palin and went out last Sunday. and you can hear it on iPlayer if you wish.
And I have actually started listening to it and not finished listening to it yet because it's longer than I expected.
I'll take that as a compliment. Yes, try and make it through to the end, Jace. Go on, do your best.
Oh, no, well, the thing is, I've read the book, which wasn't quite a Douglas Adams book. It's a Douglas Adams idea, wasn't it?
That's right. It's called Douglas Adams' Starship Titanic, but it's not by Douglas Adams. It's by Terry Jones from Monty Python. So I thought because he's involved in it, he wrote it, we ought to get Michael Palin involved to be the narrator. And he very kindly said yes.
You and your celebrity mates, this is it.
That's showbiz.
And the wonderful Dirt Mag's working on the soundscape.
Yes, indeed. The Spielberg of sound, as I call him.
Yeah,
he's done all the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy radio shows and lots more besides. He's just done The Sandman, an adaptation of Neil Gaiman's novel. So to have him on board is pretty amazing.
You're in excellent company there, which is what we like. Right, okay, let's move on to the green team then. I'm going to go Jean Martyn first. Hello.
Hello, Jason.
So, Jean, an interesting year for you and a foray into being a hotelier.
Indeed, Jason. Yes. The hotel is doing really well, and we've got a big gala dinner on New Year's Eve, and my first guests arrived today. We have quite a busy year next year.
So it's going to be an interesting and busy time. So fingers crossed. We're having a few problems on your line. Fingers crossed we can get this to work. We may have an alternative method of hearing you very shortly, but we'll see how all this works out. Let's see if technology is our friend. Let's move next to Rob Lane, who like Jean, actually, will be providing with some music as we go along. Rob, what's your year been like?
It's been an interesting year of hurry up and wait, I think. Probably quite similar for everybody else. Like, it feels like Christmas was 3 weeks ago or 14 years ago last year. So it's kind of, do you know what I mean? It's one of those years where it's all just sort of happened and not happened, really. I started the year off with an Arts Council thing where they gave me some money to do some developing your creative practice, which has basically been learning how to co-write songs via Zoom. Basically, everything I've done this year has been online. So I've done online improv comedy shows, which was an interesting learning curve, and I've done online auditions and self-tapes and all this sort of stuff for the acting side of things. And I started the year with COVID as well. On the same day that I found out I had this Arts Council thing success, I also found out I was positive for COVID. So that was an interesting day. But it's so there's been all sorts of things like that. And we bought a house that we've been renovating as well. So I kind of don't really know what's happening most of the time, but that's all right. It's always fun.
Yeah, that's kind of life. So we'll see how that all comes together for 2022. We'll talk about what everyone has ahead of them in the next 12 months. Somebody who's had a bit of a turbulent one in the world of work has been Kelly Jeffs, CEO of The Lighthouse, and it's been on and off and on again. And you've got, obviously, I know at the moment you've launched a crowdfunder, which we'll give the details of a bit later on. But there's also an awful lot of work done to be keeping The Lighthouse alive.
Yeah, it's been really challenging, as you probably people understand, with venues and the cultural sector. And we reopened in June in the summer with a backdrop of an international football tournament, which was really helpful. That went into Wimbledon, that went into the Olympics, and we were in the middle of a heat wave. And we had no phone lines. There's a few challenges that we reopened. Also with film release dates being shifted and people chasing for money and getting the staff back in place. So it was a real precarious time. However, we got through it and we remain open and we remain operating, and we are looking forward to a jam-packed programme of films coming up. And you know, over the Christmas period, we've been really busy, which I'm absolutely overwhelmed and so delighted that we've had so many customers coming through the doors over the last couple of weeks. We've had West Side Story. We're currently showing Spider-Man and The Matrix, and it's been really busy. Yeah,
let's keep it going that way. If you're looking to go to the cinema, go to the Lighthouse, light-house.co.uk. More details follow later. And just quickly, Tom, you've had an exciting year because you've been part of the TWS Sports podcast, and you've also been appearing on the radio quite a lot as well. So you've got an international audience, and you've been talking to some brilliant sports stars from across the globe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been enjoying the experience thus far, and I also can't wait for the start of season 3 to be live for the.
Well, we'll talk about who's involved in that, but who's been your favourite of seasons 1 and 2 that you've spoken to?
Well, during season 1, my favourite has been like every rugby player that we chatted to.
Yeah.
And then I'd say during season 2, I always get confused because like every time I say my favourite is for season 2, I unintentionally change it, but because I keep forgetting who I said it was last time. But it's between Monty Panesar and I think it was this. Oh, and Sir Clive Woodward. It's between those two.
Right, well, we will be talking more about who's been involved in what and what you've got coming up in season 3 a little later on. But of course, if you do want to find out more, don't do it now at TWS Sports Podcast. Tettenwood School, helping kids with autism get ready for the world around them. And I know that the autism thing isn't a thing. It's just basically them getting on with life once they've been given that right start, which is exactly what they need. So let's go on to round 1, which is a bit of a news roundup, and all with questions stolen from the Express and Star website. So let's take a look at some of the local news from 2021. Fingers on buzzers, please. We'll be awarding 1 point per correct answer. Question 1. In a bid to emulate Lad Baby, what did fishmonger John Perry do for Christmas this year?
I've buzzed.
I know you've buzzed, but you haven't buzzed.
Judith, but she's on our team. She'll know it.
Yeah, but you're on the same team, so that's good. So, Kyle, what was the answer?
He duetted with Elton John and.
No, that was Lad Baby, not the local fishmonger. Okay, so Judith put second. I'm going to give her a quick go at getting the answer correct here. What did he do?
He made a Christmas record.
He did. So that was just the answer we were looking for.
Yay!
So it's 1 point to our red team there.
Go Reds.
Go Reds, exactly, Ian. Second question. What safety feature was installed along the canal from Cosley to Wolverhampton, then down to Bentley Bridge, and included bat hats? Kelly's bursting first.
Some lighting.
It is lighting, and there's more than 1,000 solar-powered lights, and they've got little things on the top so they don't confuse the bats. Because apparently,
brilliant.
They look where they're going as well as.
People don't wear the bat hats.
Wouldn't that be great if they did? That would be fantastic. So you never want bits of bat dropping in your hair. So that one to the green team, 1 point each so far, but I'm not going to steal Tom's thunder. We'll find out how the scores go as we go along. Question 3. How old was healthcare assistant Agnes Ann Jones when she retired from her role at New Cross Hospital this year? We're going to be getting some guesses in, I think, on this one. Who's going to buzz through first? Judith has buzzed in.
90.
90? No, not 90. We are talking less.
Higher.
Lower. 90. Rob, what's your
Lower.
82.
82. You were so close, but no, not 82. I'll take a third. Rob's buzzed in again.
80.
80 is the correct answer. So that's a second point to green team. Okie dokie. Question 4. Which act headlined the Christmas light switch on in Wolverhampton this year? Kelly buzzes in first.
E17
is the correct answer. That's another one for the Greens.
Oh my God! Come on, Reds.
So they're lacking, slipping back here.
I didn't know we had to read the paper. I've not taken any notice of what's going on outside.
Basically, we're making it up here. I mean, that's what I think they do at the local paper. Question 5. What were castings made of in parts of the walls of St Bartholomew's Church in Tongue to help teach about history? There were some knobbly bits on the building. They got some dents in the brickwork, but what might have caused them? Oh, Jean.
Is it spearheads?
It's not spearheads, but that's not too far off. I might award half a point if no one buzzes in with the correct answer immediately. Ian's having a go.
Would it be swords then? It's not spearheads, it's swords.
It's not swords. I've got another buzz. Judith's buzz.
I'm just thinking of what other weapons? Bullet holes.
We've got bullet holes. So that's another one to our red team. It was bullet holes from the English Civil War.
Way! Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds.
Question 6. What brightly coloured creature is the subject of a display donated to the University of Wolverhampton by Dr. Tony Hart? And he's the man who invented a way of staining stainless steel. What creature do you think it might be? They're brightly coloured. can look quite aggressive. They roam the half all around Dudley Zoo on their own. They're left unattended. Jean buzzed in first.
Oh, God, when you said that, I was going to say chameleon because of the colour.
No, that's not a chameleon. Rob has buzzed.
Well, peacock.
Is the correct answer. So a point to the Greens.
Oh.
Question number 7. Food writer and cook Nigel Slater collected which honours list gong in 2021? There's only a handful there. Ian, who knows his gongs, what have you got?
OBE, without a doubt.
Is absolutely correct for services to cooking.
That was a guess. I've got no idea.
No, that's okay. Point to the Reds there.
I'm winging it.
Yeah, so am I, don't worry. How much did the stopwatch used by World Cup referee Jack Taylor sell for in 2021? And we're waiting for a buzz in there. Can we have a guess on value? Rob's buzzed in first.
£250,000.
It wasn't quite that much, but it was a good chunk of cash. Ian buzzed in next.
Okay, then. So £200,000.
A lot lower than £200,000. I was trying to say much more like Bruce Forsyth again. Kelly, you're next.
55,000.
It wasn't 5, a little bit lower. One last guess.
No, 65, I said.
65.
So no, so
Even lower.
Yeah, even lower than that. 5,000 was too high. My hearing's going. One last guess.
So it's lower than 5,000.
Lower than 5,000. Ian is going to have a guess.
Oh, let's go 3,500 then.
No, it's 4,000 on board now.
no.
So no points there. Penultimate question in this round, thank heavens. What has been announced as the 2022 Panto at the Grand Theatre? What is it going to be in 2022? Ian buzzes in first.
It's Aladdin and his magic lamp.
It is, so another point to our
Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds.
And on to our last question. Planning permission was granted to turn the former Beatty store in Wolverhampton into what during 2021? What was the planning permission for? Kelly's buzzed in first and Green.
Apartments.
Apartments is the correct answer. So that's the end of our first round, and we now turn to Tom to tell us what the scores are.
So the scores are 4 Reds and 5 to Green.
So before we get on to round 2, when everybody gets rather creative, Rob Lane is going to bring us a little musical interlude. Rob, you have a guitar there, which is always helpful at this point.
Yeah, I always remember to bring one, especially when I'm on Zoom in the bedroom.
That's the way to do it. What are you going to play for us?
I'll try this song. It's called Very Own Way. This is a free message, and I hope you hear it. He doesn't need anything special, just needs you near, and is hoping you'll be there at the end of his day, in a home that you've made in your very own way. Just a courtesy call to say my friend needs you. He cannot find the words anytime he sees you, and is hoping you'll be there at the end of his day, in a home that you've made in your very own way. But it's not so simple now, and who said it should be? Life is a battle now, and the fighting sets you free. Now I'm just passing through. And if you would see me, I won't talk in third person. I finally let you hear me, and I'm hoping you'll be there at the end of my day, in a home that we've made in our very own way. And I'm hoping you'll be there at the end of my day, in a home that we've made in our very own way.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Excellent work. Thank you, Rob. With the Reds trailing by 1 point, we head into round 2. And this is where we get to be creative. And we're going to start off with, I think, Kyle this time. We're going to go with the Reds first. Now, we're looking for you to do something creative. You have 60 seconds. And what you've got to do is you've got to impress young Tom. Now, bearing in mind, he regularly chats with international sports stars. He goes to film premieres. This young man is really at the top of his game at the minute, so it's going to take a bit to impress him. So are you ready and prepared to do your 60-second challenge here for me, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of acting, I think.
Okay, so right, over to you. Take it away.
What light through yonder window breaks? Is it the east and Juliet's the sun? Rise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That though her maid who art far more fair than she, be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vistal livery is but sick and green, and none more fools do wear it. Cast it off. This is my lady. Yes, this is my love. That she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourse as I'll answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. Her eyes are two of the fairest stars in heaven, and having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spears to our return. Okay, I don't know if that was 60 seconds, but
that was about 60 seconds. That's it.
Fabulous.
To start off with.
You can't beat Barbara Cartland, can you? That's
Absolutely. So Tom, you've got to take this in. You get to award 2 lots of 5 points, 2 lots of 2 points, and 2 lots of 1 point. And because it could be going, one team could end up with the lion's share of the points here. So we'll see how it works out. Okay, so let's go to our greens for our second contender. I'm going to go Jean next.
This is a television program, and I need you to tell me what it was. Okay?
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I think I know. Anybody else just want to have a
Yeah,
go?
is it
Yeah. Pop, pop.
Pot Black?
It
Yeah.
is Pot Black. Excellent.
Was that for points or was that just for fun?
That was just for fun because
Okay.
Tom has got to judge whether he gives
And I'll
Jean
take this seriously or not.
something important on the scoring front. Right, Jean can go back and sit where she was sat before, and hopefully we can see her hear her properly because she's frozen at a minute in video form. So, Ian Billings, you're next.
Hello.
What are you going to be and do?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really give it a lot of thought. So what I decided to do, I thought many years ago, before I was a renowned playwright, I used to be a juggler.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. You can see the one ball going up and down. Can you see that? Can you catch that?
there you go.
That is magic. There you go.
It's how
It'd
you
be
make-
good if we could catch it over
There you
Zoom.
go.
Do you want
Great.
any more? Do you want some more?
Go on, do more.
See if I can do some more. Is this working on radio? Is this good radio? Look, 2 in the air at the same time. 2 balls being manipulated in the air at the same time, live on the radio, television, whatever I'm on. I've no idea. Would you like to see 3, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, we
Yes,
would.
please.
Oh, don't go mad. Would you like to see 3, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, we would.
Hey.
Here we go. Look at that.
Yes.
And usually at this point, I get a huge standing ovation from the audience. And you notice that no time do my hands leave my wrists. Do you notice that? And, oh, hang on. I dropped it. Hang on. Oh, ow.
I think for health and safety's sake, is this the end of your bit? Oh, hang on, he's got. No, what are you going to do now?
This is the grand finale. Ta-da! Thank you.
Excellent work.
Thank you. No, thank you. Did nobody say encore? Did nobody?
No, they didn't.
Less.
Okay, that's fine.
Next, let's
Moving on.
go to Kelly. And I think in a bit of a cinematic vein.
No, I've changed because
You don't want to do that. Okay, what are you going to do for us?
well, I'm not doing anything for you. I'm showing you something.
Okay, so we've got to describe this. This is going to be interesting for our radio audience.
So this is something I've been making for a Christmas present, but it's not finished. And I learned how to knit about 20 years ago and didn't knit for 10 years and then started again in lockdown. And so I'm knitting this huge throw that I started in August and it's still not finished. So I don't know whether I still haven't finished. I've still got more parts to do it and the edging, but it's basically all in squares.
Oh, wow.
And can we see the knitting needles as well?
Yes, we want proof.
Hang on.
You could have bought this from Next and you could just be trying to impress Tom.
Yes, take the labels off.
There's the needles.
And there's the actual wool itself as well.
Oh my goodness me! There you go.
Yeah.
This is
You
for
doubted
real.
that, Jason.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
And that's taken a long time. So this is from my mom, and I've had to tell her there's a gift on its way, but Amazon hasn't delivered it yet. So that's my knitting project.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Loving it.
I think we should give the knitting a round of applause.
Thank you.
I've never clapped knitting before, but I am now.
I think it's our first for everything, which is good.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move to Judith now. What have you got for us as your moment of 60 seconds of fame?
Okay, so I'm going to reenact a major feature film from 2021.
Brilliant.
I'd like to apologise at this point. It's going to be bad. I'm going to do it in 3 scenes. This is the first scene. Oh, I had to use household objects.
Oh yes, this is a given. Obviously,
The USB one.
We have no budget.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Hang on, this sort of follows on from that bit. Don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, so there was a
It's an eye on a stick.
Okay, next scene. Scene 2.
Oh. Oh,
spraying.
Spooky. Oh no.
Oh, choking. Right, choking.
Over.
Okay, that's scene 3.
Yeah.
Final scene. Final scene.
Wow. That's brilliant.
Spectre.
I could do music, but only if we're desperate.
Oh, I think a bit of music would be nice.
I'm desperate.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
No
dun,
time
dun,
to
dun.
die.
It's live and
No
let
time to
casino
die.
Thunderball.
It was.
Live and let golden gun.
Excellent. So a round of applause for the recreation of a James Bond masterpiece there.
Which one was it?
No time to. Oh,
I said it
okay,
twice.
you did.
We said you had to come out this year.
We could tell. Yes, there's one
I
thing out this
see.
year.
Didn't realise it was this year's James Bond. That narrowed it down a bit.
It's available now on DVD, but don't go and do that. Wait till it's on at the Lighthouse again and go and
No,
see
we've
it.
had
now.
it.
You've seen it now, really.
It's been and gone.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen again. Okay,
So what does he do with the little eye on the stick? Is that part of the? Is one of his
It's
tools,
got
one of his
a little
gadgets?
stick that releases some sort of dangerous thing.
Hairspray, by the looks of it.
Hairspray. It
brilliant.
releases hairspray.
Yeah.
We destroyed some of the planet, so that's the way it is. Which means, by my reckoning, the only one who's got an outperform for Tom is Rob.
It's a creative round, isn't it? So one of the projects I was involved in this year was working with Midland Maincap over in Wheelie Castle. And we were putting together, it was originally going to be a show for Christmas, and because of what's been happening over the last few months, it turned into a small sharing. And I didn't think that was going to happen, to be honest, even on the week it was supposed to happen. But it did happen. It was on the 16th of December. So I'd like to share some of the poetry that I wrote with the guys at Midland Mencap, if that's all right, sort of some Christmassy themed things, some of which is quite touching, I think. I like this one. Here we go. We must make sure we remember people who work this December. They will be working away, even though it's Christmas Day. And obviously the guys are thinking about some of their carers and people who work in hostels and that sort of stuff. This is nice. On Christmas morning, I'll go to church and sing Silent Night. Being together singing carols makes me feel just right. I love giving gifts to family and friends. It's the thought that counts, not how much you spend. Which isn't true, but never mind. My favourite thing about Christmas is when my family come to see me. We chat and sing songs around the Christmas tree. And I'll finish with this one. Christmas is the best time of year because everyone is together. We're all happy because we share gifts with one another.
That was lovely. I think a round of applause is well deserved there too.
Very good.
Very nice.
The important thing is Tom has to issue points out now. So you've got 2 lots of 5 points, Tom. Have you decided who you think they should go to?
Well, I'll give the points to one of each team personally.
Okay. So he's being nice. So okay. So who deserves from our red team 5 points?
Well, first off, Judith.
Judith,
I like
so love that.
Oh, that's too kind.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who else is going to get 5 points then, Tom?
Jean.
Jean.
I like the
Tom,
piano
I think the
work.
sport theme, that had to happen. I can see how that happened. Right, you've got 2 lots of 2 points to give. So out of Kyle, Ian, Kelly and Rob, who do you want to give 2 points to? Did you enjoy the juggling or did you enjoy the poetry? What do you think?
Well, I enjoyed them evenly, but I'd definitely say it to the juggling.
Okay, 2 points for juggling. So
Yay!
you've
Go
got
Reds,
another
go
2
Reds,
points
go
to
Reds.
give. Is it going to be 2 points for knitting, poetry or a bit of Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
So the red team there have received a total of 9 points. So we can add that onto the score. And then the green team have received 4 points. So if you can do some quick adding up there, Tom, what are the current scores at the end of round 2?
So red have got 13 and green have got 9.
So the fortunes have changed at the end of round 2, but what will happen after we get musical? They'll be gargling very soon. But before they do, let's see what happens with Rob and his latest piece of music for us.
Okay, this tune is called Bill Frost's Flying Machine. And if I may, Jason, I'd just like to dedicate this actually to Janice Long, who passed away on Christmas Day. She actually played this song on her show a couple of years ago. And for Janice and people like yourself and everybody out there who's a supporter of new music and new creativity, you're very important. So it's a shame, obviously, that we've lost someone else from that kind of world. But here's the tune.
Looking back on that September day, I picture things going the other way. Bill Frost made me have desire and will in his workshop on St. Bride's Hill. Fate was only a flight away, and my name would live beyond today. Onlookers saw us take up to the sky, hundreds of yards covered, but not so high. Frost has pilot more desire than skill. We hit the tallest tree on St. Bride's Hill. Fame was only a flight away, and my name would live beyond today. That night my bones were scattered by a gale. Only a few left can tell the tale. Bill will never lose desire until he died blind and poor on St. Bride's Hill. Fame was only a flight away, and my name would live beyond today.
Excellent work there, Rob.
you.
Lovely song, lovely sentiment, and yeah, rest in peace, Johnny Slong.
Very
A
nice.
wonderful broadcaster. Okay, so our music round then, and we have a gargler in each team. Kyle, you're gargling for Reds,
Okay.
and then we've got Kelly, you're gargling for the Greens.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll go Reds first, and we'll have the 3 songs from Kyle. Let's hope that Ian and Judith can recognise what Kyle is gargling. So, mate, are you ready to go? Have you got what are you gargling with? Prosecco?
I've quit the bubbles for water because I think,
Good
I
luck,
might go
Carl.
back a bit longer.
Good. Taking this seriously, that's what I like to hear.
That's the way to do it. Okay, so
Come on,
here
Judith, we can do
go.
this.
Song number 1. Can Ian and Judith guess? Now I have the answer written in front of me, and I haven't got a clue what he's doing.
Go on.
Maybe a little less water.
A bit more tune.
And a little less spitting, I think.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask for your answers before.
Well, yeah, it's obvious, isn't it, Judith? Over to you.
No.
Is it by Tom Jones? Is it the Beatles? Is it Kylie Minogue? Can we narrow it down a bit? Go on.
Kind of did that.
Yeah. Is it pop music? Was it something released in the last 20 years? Oh, go on.
It's more than 20 years ago, but
Oh, is it?
yeah, it's from when you were young, Ian.
Really? Is it real?
No answers, no clues, no answers. Go and guess.
I
the
don't
song.
know. I'm sorry.
No, anybody on the green team who can guess?
No, but I might nick it if nobody knows what it is.
Kyle, do you want to do without the gargling? See if we can spot it.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
You gotta hold on to what you've got.
Oh, yeah.
Living on a prayer.
It was Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We have played there. Oh yeah. Okay.
I've sung that song in pantomime at least 50 times.
There you go. Okay,
How
Kyle,
useless am I?
let's do song number 2 and see if anybody can guess this.
Okay, this might be slightly easier.
So, towel. We need
It's
a
so
towel
funny
here.
that I'm doing this. Right.
So for the very first time, like a virgin.
Excellent, 2 points
Hey!
for the red team.
Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds.
Okay, third and final song from you, Kyle. I know you're a talented performer, even though you're hiding it
can
well
be
here.
done. It can be done.
Yesterday, Beatles.
There we go.
Yeah.
2 points to the red team. Excellent
Your
work.
finest one yet.
That was brilliant.
There. So excellent work.
Good gargling.
Missed my vacation.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's still a chance for a new single in the new year to be gargled. I think
My
this
God.
I was thinking, like a virgin doing that. I was thinking, okay, bit ironic.
Good work. Okay, Kelly, you have.
Yes.
What are you gargling with? Is it? You're not on prosecco, are you? Is it
No,
gin?
just sparkling water.
Gin, isn't it?
Go on, Kelly.
Yeah, it's beer. We all know what it is. We just want you to carry on.
I know it is.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Jean, can you tell what that is?
Yes, it's Bohemian Rhapsody.
There we go.
Yeah.
2 points to our green team. Okay, second piece of music from Kelly.
You just dry myself off.
Okay, you just don't
It's exciting.
dry yourself off on the knitwear that you're producing. That could be a problem.
I know what it is, I think.
Can Jean and Rob get this, or
This
are we
is-
gonna be throwing
this
it
is-
over?
Kermit singing Dancing Queen, isn't it?
No.
No.
No, one more chance before we throw it over.
Oh.
Jean, do you know what it was?
Oh, it's Mamma Mia. Sorry,
Oh.
not Dancing Queen.
Oh,
Mamma Mia. So 2 points there
We
again
knew that.
to our green team. And our third and final song wins. Kelly has much more composed herself.
This is very stressful.
She's got about 5 quid worth of water. Jean, Rob, can you tell what that is?
I've tried my best.
I was impressed. You did well.
Quality
there.
gargling.
It's the best gargling we've heard from you this year.
We're not knocking the gargling.
No, I'm not sure on that one. Sorry.
No, Jean, any ideas?
Was it Dancing Queen? I just got.
It wasn't. It wasn't two lots of. But I have. I am that cruel, but I wasn't on this occasion.
Oh,
No. Any other guesses before we throw it over to the Reds? No. Red team. Any ideas?
Judith, was it Alvin and the Chipmunks?
It wasn't, but
No.
I'm sure
That's my,
they
always
have
go,
something.
that's my go-to answer in case I can't think of anything.
No guesses. Okay, Kelly, tell us what it was.
It was I Got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher.
So that means we've just got the 4 points heading the way of the green team there too. So at the end of round 3, Tom, what are the scores?
Red 17, green 13.
We are moments away from the general knowledge round, and it is all still to play for. But before we do, playing is what Rob is going to do. Is he's got a third and final tune for us.
This one's called My Love's in Deep.
My love's in deep, and I can't sleep. It's too late now, and I just lost my last chance to leave. Oh, my love's in deep. Baby, when I saw you, I knew just what was going on. My one desire was to have us talking one-on-one. You invited me out to see your best friend's band. How you surprised me when you took me by the hand. My love is in deep, and I can't sleep. It's too late now, and I just lost my last chance to leave. Oh, my love's in deep. After the gig was a party, and Bowie sang Let's Dance. Was then you kissed me, and I didn't stand a chance. You took me for dinner, but you wouldn't let me pay. I would find that you are used to having things your way. My love's in deep, and I can't sleep. It's too late now, and I just lost my last chance to leave. Oh, my love's in deep. Thomas later on, and take a look at us both now. Got us far together, and it's better each day somehow. Where we're heading, I really couldn't guess. But meeting you has been an unqualified success. My love's in deep, and I can't sleep. It's too late now, but I just lost my last chance to leave. Oh, my love's in deep, yeah. My love's in deep, and I can't sleep. It's too late now, and I just lost my last chance to leave. Oh, my love's in deep, yeah.
Yay!
Go.
Thank you, Rob. And we will be getting all the details where we can find your music very, very soon. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is our final round. It is general knowledge. And with the scores so close, anything could happen here. Tom is ready to keep score as we go. So fingers on buzzers, please. What type of metal has the lowest melting point? Who's buzzing first? Ian buzzes in first.
Is it mercury?
It is mercury, so that is a point for the red
Go
team.
Reds, go Reds, go Reds, come on.
Question 2. What is the most western country belonging to Europe? Furthest west in Europe. What is it going to be? Probably two guesses coming our way. Kelly buzzes in first.
Wales.
It isn't Wales. There is somewhere further west within the European collective. Rob, next guess.
Ireland,
It
Republic
isn't
of.
Ireland, further across than Ireland. Ian.
Portugal.
No, we've got one more guess. Jean, you were in there next.
Poland.
It's not Poland, that's east. No, we're going the other way. Based on that, Carl, you've just buzzed in, so I'm going to give you one last chance.
Poland.
No, it's Iceland.
Iceland?
Yes, they are classed as Europe. They're probably on a shelf somewhere. I'm not
Iceland?
sure how it works, but there we go. Question, no one got question 2. Question 3. What type of animal is a flying fox? Flying fox is, anyone guessing in? Fingers on buzzers. Kyle goes first.
A bat.
Is the correct answer.
Yeah! Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds.
Ian, you get very excited. I love the enthusiasm.
It's a highlight of my week, this is, mate. Come on.
There we go. Right. Okay, next one. And I'll accept 2 of the following 3 possible answers. Who were the 3 original founding members of the Jackson family's musical output? And I want at least 2 of the 3 to get the points, please. Kelly's buzzed in first.
Jermaine.
Yeah.
Tito.
Yeah.
Michael.
Well, you got 2 right, which is Jermaine and Tito. Jackie was the other one who got things going. Michael and Marlon joined afterwards, and that is when they became the Jackson 5, and musical history was made. So that's a point to our Greens. Next up, which country has the most borders or neighbouring countries in the world? Which country has got the most neighbouring countries around their border? Kyle Finn buzzes in first.
Germany.
Is not the right answer. Let's see, Kelly's buzz next.
Italy.
It's not Italy. Where else? A big country, Ian.
Oh, in that case, Russia.
It's not Russia. Jean, what's your guess?
I was going to say Turkey, but it's not a big country.
It's not Turkey. No, Rob there's buzz next. Anyone who hasn't buzzed is Judith. So, Rob?
I'm going to say France.
No. Judith, do you want to have a go? Press your buzzer if you do.
I don't know, because I think it's going to be something, it's got to be an Eastern European one with lots of countries around it, right in the middle.
So you got a name for me? Because Ian's buzzed in again, also on your team.
Go on, you go for it.
China
is the correct answer. We finally got there to point.
There you go. Eastern European,
go Red China. Go Red China.
Go Red China. How does he write this stuff so quickly? It's amazing. Okay, question number 6. Oh, this is going to take us back to school. What type of angle has between 180 and 360 degrees? What sort of angle is it if it's in that sort of thing? I can't remember. Tom's the only one who's still at school here, so he might understand. Kyle buzz first.
Acute.
No, it's not. Ian buzz second.
Obtuse?
No. Kelly buzz third.
I was going to say obtuse.
Right. Any last guesses for anybody? No, it is a reflex angle. I should have given the clue as a Duran Duran song, really, shouldn't I?
Which used to be known as an obtuse angle in the olden days.
That's right.
I've no idea. I just don't. I'm
true.
Well, I would give half points, but I'm not going to be cruel to Tom to add it up. So both sides went for the same thing. Question number 7. What does the abbreviation REM stand for? Kelly buzzes in first.
Rapid eye movement.
Very good.
A point to the Greens.
Rapid thumb movement as well there. I almost.
That's quality, speed buzzing. We like it.
Wow.
Oh,
Next up, what is the collective name for a group of geese on the ground? Kelly.
Gaggle.
A gaggle of geese is the correct answer, and another point to
Yeah,
the Greens. Penultimate question. What is the name of the fictional city in the imaginary land of Narnia? Oh, bit of a kid's literature question. We'll have kids' literature.
Only we knew somebody who knew something about children's literature.
Jean has buzzed in, though.
Never Land.
It's not Never Never Land.
It's a town in Narnia.
A town in Narnia. So it's a fictional
No
city
idea.
in Narnia.
Don't know.
No one else is buzzing in.
No.
No one paid attention. It was Sharn, Charn, Sharn, which means you've got one question left to go. Where was the first World Cup held? In 1930. Where was it held? Anybody going to buzz through? Kyle's buzzed.
Tokyo?
Not Tokyo, no. Judith next.
I'm going to say England.
England. It was not England. It begins with the letter U. Kelly.
Ukraine.
Not Ukraine.
Oh.
Any more brothers? Any more countries?
Uruguay.
Kelly yelled that first, so I'm going to give the points to the green team there, which means we've got to add up our final scores. Tom, announce our winner, please.
The winner is Red with 19.
Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds! Mexican wave. Is it just me?
Congratulations. They're going mad, and a kind of Mexican wave thrown in for good measure. So let's go around the group and see what we're coming up in 2022. Judith, first of all, what have you got happening?
So we're going to be putting out a new single with Amara Latchford, which we're really excited about. And we're going to be putting out the pilot of the Certain show, which we're also very excited to share with you.
Do I get to be in that? Am I in that?
I believe you are. You've
All right,
got
then.
a very special role in that, Jason.
Okay, who knows what it's going to be, and I have no acting ability, so this could prove interesting. Give us the web details and where we find you on the socials and everywhere.
Okay, so certain.media. If you go there, then that sort of branches out to all our Instagram and Twitter and things like that. So www.certain.media.
Kyle, what have you got going on, sir?
Okay, so I'm working on some reggaeton music and some more dance sort of pop music, and also I've signed with a few agencies, so I'm going to do a bit of acting.
Bit of acting, probably a bit of modelling, and knowing you and your Instagram feed, you're probably going to be half naked most of the time.
I need to work on my body first, you know. I need a lot during Christmas and all that. So.
Okay, we'll get back into shape, and the world will be your oyster. Kyle, give us your web details.
Okay, so Instagram, Kyle Finn Music, YouTube, The Kyle Finn, also SoundCloud, Kyle Finn Music, and I'm on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, etc. If you can buy my stuff, that'll be amazing.
Okay, that it all helps, pays the bills, doesn't it? Which makes a difference.
Yeah.
So we can eat. That'd be good. Ian Billings. Hello. So what you've mentioned, there's a couple of books on the way.
Oh, I've got 2 books coming out next year, and the radio play I wrote about Peter Sellers, which stars Alfred Molina from the Spider-Man films, has just been nominated for a BBC Audio Award, which will be announced in March. So fingers crossed and everything else crossed that'll come to fruition. And the books and quite a few other projects in the pipeline.
Okay, lots going on there.
IanBillings.com.
And that saves me asking, ianbillings.com. And we must do spellings on some of these names very soon as well. Kelly Jeffs, light-house.co.uk, that's vitally important. Give us the details, because you've got a crowdfunder ongoing, haven't you, at the moment?
Yeah, we've got a crowdfunder making the ask to support for some ongoing revenue because of the depletion of ticket sales over the current, the current demise and lack of confidence of the current variation.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got some exciting things coming up in 2022. We're reopening. Well, we're open at the moment. We've got a little closure for New Year. Then we're reopening again with Spider-Man: The Matrix. Then we're going into the new Stephen Graham drama, Boiling Point, which looks absolutely brilliant. We've got The Lost Daughter, which is a new Olivia Colman drama. We've got The Power of the Dog. So we've got some great films coming up. But also we're so excited to be involved in British Art Show 9. We've got 4 exhibitions that's linked to British Art Show, which is going to hopefully bring in loads and loads of visitors to Wolverhampton. We're also hosting some events for the Wolverhampton Literature Festival, and we're also we're accommodating the new first year Wolverhampton Film Festival, and also in May we'll be hosting the biannual Deaf Film and TV Festival. So there's so much going on, and that's why we need the support to get to so that we can keep on and plan for the future, that these things we can accommodate and partner with the city. It's not just about showing films. We just part of the cultural fabric of the city, and we need help to carry on.
Mhm.
You know, it costs money to do these things, and we are a charity, and we do support loads and loads of community groups. So yeah, that's
okay.
what
Well,
we'll be doing.
I'm hoping to come down there and do the podcast down there again at some point, as I haven't really been I haven't been in the building for nearly 2 years now. But there
Yeah.
we go. So
Well, our
that'll be good.
socials, you can find us on Facebook at Lighthouse Cafe, Cinema and Cafe Bar, and on Twitter at Lighthouse Media, and Instagram Lighthouse Media. And our website is, as you said earlier, light-house.co.uk.
Get the details, get tickets, get along and use the place, and also look out for that crowdfunder on the socials. Mr. Lane, what does 2022 hold for you, as far as you know, because it does change?
It does change, but hopefully we're going to finally see the film that I was in and did the music for, Sam and Dan Get Lost, which is a semi-improvised comedy drama about it. The director describes it as a British road movie without the car. And that got delayed lots more times than the Bond film, I think, actually, because we were partway through filming it and then we had to stop.
In the budget as well.
And the budget, yeah, similar budget, similar locations. The actors are younger than in the Bond film, if that's.
But have less hair.
But have less hair, yeah. Well, no, the other one's got hair. That's not important. Basically, hopefully that film's going to come out soon-ish, because he's actually finished now. I'd like to do a new album next year as well, which I'm making plans for. And then I want to do some more with my podcast, which is called the Robert Lane Creative Careers Podcast, which is all about creativity and making a living in the arts. And I've spoken to actors and filmmakers, writers, and various musicians. That's all available. You can hear the ones I've done, but I want to record some more, hopefully, in the new year as well. And you can find all of my stuff at robertlanemusic.co.uk, and all over social media as Robert Lane Music as well.
Thank you very much. Jean Martyn, star of BGT, and so much more besides. What have you got happening? So you've got the guest house. You've already mentioned the fact you've got people in over the whole New Year period. And then it's going to be busy for you in 2022.
Yes, I'll be doing another tour, Jason, in 2022. I've already done 4 tracks on a new CD called Justine. That'll be jazz and my own improvisations. You can find all my music and hotel links on my website, which is jeanmartyn.com.
So Martyn is the spelling on Jean Martyn. Billings has got 2 L's in the middle of it, and Finn has got 2 N's at the end. I think those are the tricky bits that we've got to get through as far as our web addresses go. So thank you all. Tom, season 3 of the TW Sports podcast beckons, and you and Avatar are going to be chatting with more stars from around the world.
Yes, that is true. That will happen soon.
So you're looking forward to that. And again, you've got a few in the bag for season 3 already, including having been on Midlands Today with your first star of the first episode.
Yep, and I can't wait for it to go live and everyone to see about it.
So look out for the TWS Sports podcast on all the socials. So that is it for the show for this year. Thank you all for joining us. Jean Martyn, you're going to play us out with a bit of a medley, aren't you?
I thought I'd do a bit of Elvis and you could all sing along to Can't Help Falling in Love with You. So here we go. Falling
do, do.